Hi Taurus, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you haven't got your space on the Tribal Tuesday course yet, it goes live in February. Get it now. Tribal Tuesday is all about working on that one thing that you know you're ready to complete, to move on with. Mindset Magic goes live on March 1st, and that is going to be about building a winning mindset of magical proportions to get your abundance and your manifesting game up to where it needs to be. And it's a whole strategy. It's not just about a flash in the pan, so to speak. It's going to leave you with a lasting result. With that said, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what is taking place for you this week, Taurus. Your actions and interactions with the world at large. You have the Three of Wands, your action and your path. This is time for you to think bigger. You've got to think outside the box this week. And also, this is a week for a lot of you, especially those of you that have your own business. This is a week for you to start thinking internationally. It's a week for you to start thinking about how you can rope in people that are across the world on different continents, in different countries. What are their strategies? What are their ways of doing things that they can impart on you? There's something about this week that has a very international feel about it. It's like you're looking further afield than you usually would, and that is going to be a really good way to use your energy. For some of you, this is just on a mundane level. This is about you planning your next holiday or trip. I'm so jelly. Right? And the other thing with this as well, for a lot of you, this is about you really asking yourself, what is the next step? Where is it that I can actually go from here? Like, I can see all of my ducks, I can see how they're lining up, but what happens after that? It's kind of like a lot of you are doing this whole thing of looking further afield and saying to yourself, where is it that, where is this going to go? What is that next step? What is the next piece of the puzzle that I have to fit in here? And the fact that it's on your path means that this week you're going to be very proactive about it. I mean, you got a Wands card in the fire sector. You couldn't really ask for much more than that. Your communications and your conversations, you have the Eight of Cups. This is a powerful card for communications and conversations because it suggests that you're in a place now where you're kind of saying to yourself, you know what, I know what it is that I need to surrender in order to gain my power back. I know what it is that has maybe held me back. And it's kind of like this week, you'll be ready to speak on those things, right? Your Eight of Cups, walking away from disappointment, all of those things, but it's also about power dynamics. And this is the week where you're really ready to speak up about this stuff across the board, whether it's with work colleagues, whether it's with friends, whether it's with family, whether it's with, maybe even yourself. To really get a handle on what those limiting beliefs are, what that shitty mind chatter is, right? This is potty mouth Raph. Right? This is a week for you to really get a handle on that. And I guess what I'm trying to say to you is this week, you'll be taking your power back by realizing where you're dissipating it. If you've got a leak in the bottom of the bucket, you can only carry so much water. And if you've got a really long way to go on a certain project, you're going to knock the wind out of your own sails if the mind chatter is really bad. This week, you're really paying attention to that. And if it's people, if it's another person or situation, this week you are putting them on notice. It's kind of like you're saying, you know what? I see how you've utilized my power up until this point, and I'm not giving you any more. This is where it ends. Good for you, Taurus. You better get Charles. Then for your money and materials, you've got the Witch, which is akin to the Magician card, right? This is great for your money because it sees you really kind of saying to yourself, you know what? I'm ready to start making some bigger changes. I'm ready to start really putting myself forward and ultimately doing the best that I can. Shameless advertisement, but if you're ready, Mindset Magic is going to do this for you. Trust me, I've worked really, really hard on it. It's going to be some of the best stuff that you do with the next with 6 weeks of your life throughout 2020. If you want to get on that, click the link in the description box below. But your Magician card, in terms of your money and your finances this week, this could be a really great week for you. Interestingly enough, a lot of the energy that's taking place in earth signs, especially over in Capricorn, is providing a trine energy for you. So for a lot of people, it might be kind of creating that, you know what, I just want to hide, it's so intense. Whereas for you guys, it's kind of a positive, beneficial energy. So it might be that something lights a fire up your backside this month, this week even, that really kind of makes you say, right, you know what, I'm going to fix that, I'm going to fix it now. When it comes to your health and your home, again, this is about you really saying to yourself, I'm ready to make changes. This is the week where a lot of you will get started with either a new health regime, or even for some of you it could just be an improvement that's happening to the home, something that you maybe have been putting off for a while, and this week you're like, right, you know what, I've put it off far too long, let's get it done. Love and relations. So this is for, you know, for your partnerships, but also for your familial relationships. You've got the 8 of Wands. For those of you that have family at a distance, this is the time for you to reach out. For those of you that have had challenging situations with relatives and, you know, loved ones at a distance, this is the week for you to get out of your own way. Take your power back, let them know that you think they're in the wrong, that they've kind of upset you, whatever, and move past it. This isn't just about your energy and gaining your power back. It's also about really setting the foundations for you to move forward. You can't move forward if you've always got something nagging in the back of your mind. What's the first thing that we notice here? 2 8s. 8s are about power, but they're also about manifesting and physical, tangible reality. The other thing is, for those of you that are single, you could be talking to somebody that is really good for you, but it will be somebody that challenges you. I have to tell you that, because you've got the 3 of Wands and you've got the 8 of Cups. This, for those of you that are single, that somebody new is coming into your life this week, this is not going to be the type of person that's kind of like, oh, it's so lovely and there's all that honeymoon energy. This person is going to, quite frankly, rub you up the wrong way. There'll be some really great banter, but there'll also be some moments where you're like, oh, did you just say that to me? Like, which is great. For those of you that are partnered, very much the same. It does look like those of you that are in relationships, you're both going to be very busy this week. So it's really important that you set a time, a date, and be regiment about it this week as well. Really make sure that you set that time for you guys to be out of your usual environment. And I can't stress how important that is. So if you're going on a date night, don't go to your usual pub or restaurant, go further afield, go somewhere outside of the normal vernacular for both of you, because it's going to be really needed this week. I feel like a lot of you Taurians that are in relationships will be very busy this week. So your key to the week is the Death card. Something comes to an end. There is a transition and a completion. And this week, I really feel like this is you leading it though. I feel like this is, you know, you guys are really being proactive and saying, right, this thing needs to end. This thing no longer has a space to take up in my life, and you're going to be communicating this sort of very loud and clear. That's a really good thing. It's a very powerful energy because it's personally focused. And you know, the Death card rules Scorpio, which is what tells me you guys really are ready for change. I mean, you've got Uranus in your sign at the moment. So come what may, change is coming for you. And I think, you know, the beauty of Taurian energy is once you guys crack something, you're really good with it because you kind of get that consistency. And I think a lot of you now are starting to really understand that because you've got Uranus in your sign, there isn't anything too stable anymore. And so you're kind of getting to this place where you're a bit more comfortable with, you know, because Taurus is not a sign that likes change. It's fixed earth, right? So you're getting more comfortable with this. Okay, well, things are going to be up in the air for however long this transit lasts. Okay, cool, I can work with that. That's the beauty of Taurian energy. It's kind of like, okay, what's the pattern here? How does it work? That's the pattern. Okay, I'll go with that. So when you feel that excitement or you feel yourself being too rigid or holding on to something, remember that moment. I need to change something here, because those are the things that are going to come crashing down. Those are the things that need to change. All right. So I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it goes for you, what shapes up, what comes up, what you love, what you loathe. Take care, and I'll see you soon.